Greetings to all. Welcome to AWS Solution Architect Training Sessions. Srinivas here. So before starting the session, just an introduction about the regulations, rules, and general information. So whoever going to join this session, everyone allowed to speak up. Okay, you can unmute. There will be an option to unmute and you can ask questions. If you are not able to unmute, please raise the hand so that I am going to check and then allow you to unmute. So whoever joined already, everyone have an option to unmute. Okay. If you are not able to unmute, you can raise the hand so that I am in a position to allow everyone to unmute as per their requirement. So once again, welcome you all. So someone raise a hand. Yes, Basaras.
Am I able to see?
Is everyone able to see the screen? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible and I'm able to see your screen, but am I audible to you?
Yes, please. You are audible. If you are getting an option to unmute, that means you are able to speak up. If you are not able to unmute, then only please raise the hand.
Got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Please go unmute. So general information about this course. Welcome you all to batch number 372, AWS Solution Architect Associate. We are going to discuss about what is AWS, what is AWS Solution Architect, and whatever the queries you might have. Please allow me to explain. Once, if any questions are not answered, whatever the doubts you may have, immediately you can interrupt me at any point of time. Okay? So this batch is started from today, that is 23rd November, and every day, every weekend, not every day, every weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, 2 days for every week, starting at 6 p.m. IST to 8 p.m. That means every weekend, 2 hour session, plus or minus 10 minutes, 5 minutes will be there based on the continuation. And the course fee is 4,720 rupees. And who are outside India, they need to pay 57 USD dollar. Yeah. The duration is total 30 hours. The 30 hours, it is all depends upon how you understand the concept. Again, it is plus or minus 1 or 2 sessions. As I stated, every weekend, 2 hour session will be there. It is going to complete, it is going to take nearly 12 to 13 sessions to complete this entire module, plus or minus 1 or 2 sessions. So the basic duration is 30 hours. It is not mandatory for me to complete this training within 30 hours. Not exact. It is all depends upon how you understand the concepts, and your according to understanding we'll move on. Okay. First 2 sessions will be free to attend. You just need to register. As soon as you log into www.logiclabstech.com, www.logiclabstech.com, you will find an option. Once you log in with your email ID or without email ID also, you can log into www.logiclabstech.com, wherein you will find an option of upcoming batches. You will find upcoming batches information. Just click on that upcoming batches. You will find all emerging technologies which are scheduled by respective faculty from Logic Labs Technologies. Out of all these, you can find AWS Solution Architect Associate, that is batch number 372 information, who is the trainer, what is the start date, And what is the duration for every weekend? Is it a weekdays or weekends? You will find the information. It is Saturdays and Sundays every weekend. Okay. And it is very much important to be part of this specific. You may be part of other WhatsApp community, other training course WhatsApp community. It is very much important to be part of this particular WhatsApp community. You can find a link by clicking on this. You will find a link. This particular information I am going to share you on the chat window. So it is very much important to be part of this particular WhatsApp community to get a regular updates. What is important? I'm going to explain a little moment. This is a WhatsApp chat link. Please be part of this WhatsApp community. That is important to get a regular updates. Next one. This Zoom link is for registering to attend a free sessions. That means today is a free session without paying anything. You already attended. This recorded session will be uploaded to YouTube. Who are interested how the training is going on, what is the content of the delivery, and everything they can understand. For them, I'm showing this is a Zoom link. They need to click on to get a registration without paying anything. They will get a information about Zoom link to join second demo session, that is to tomorrow. Once you are happy with this training module, you can proceed with payment link. This is a payment link information. As soon as you click on payment link, you will get the information respect to batch 372 and you can proceed by course option. Okay. Back to this. So once who are attending this particular 2 sessions are free to attend, from third session onwards, third session will be next weekend, that is next Saturday, will be shared. A separate Zoom link will be shared to registered participant, paid participants, like who are completes the payment. They will get a separate Zoom link to continue the sessions from the third session onwards. So the first 2 sessions, recorded sessions will be uploaded to YouTube. You can register YouTube, subscribe the YouTube channel of Logic Labs Technologies, wherein you will get a notification whenever the new recorded session will uploads. So the first 2 recording sessions will be uploaded to YouTube, and that YouTube link will be shared on WhatsApp community. Okay, please join this WhatsApp community. That is very much important to get a regular updates about this particular batch. Day 3 recording sessions will be uploaded. Whatever the session today it is happening, from the day 1, all the sessions will be uploaded to a portal, that is LMS Graphy portal. That portal access will be granted to whoever completes the payment. This particular portal will be having all recorded sessions and note files. Whatever the note files we are going to upload, those note files will be available for lifelong. That is, option is only available for paid participants. First 2 sessions will be uploaded to YouTube. That is free for everyone. Anyone can review and understand how the training is going on, and they can register according to their wish. Okay, even you can share with this recording session YouTube link to your friends to intimate them that this is a training is going on. So if you are interested, you can nominate, you can register. Yeah. So as I stated, all sessions from today onwards, whatever the session is happening, it is under recording. These recorded sessions will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal. That portal access will be granted to all paid participants. They will get a notification, a mail communication from support@logiclabstech.com, or in WhatsApp community, what is the procedure to access that LMS Graphy portal, recorded sessions, how to access, how to download the file. Every information will be provided by The instructions will be shared by support@logiclabstech.com. Our admin team is available Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST. So you can send a mail to support@logiclabstech.com, or you can call Indian users, they can reach directly, or these two numbers are available on WhatsApp. So you can send message, you can call on WhatsApp call from outside India also. Our admin team is able to assist you for any kind of queries. So we are available on social media. You can subscribe our YouTube channel. Whatever the training module is going to deliver, all emerging technologies, whatever the training module is going to deliver from the Logic Labs technologies, first 2 or 3 sessions, recorded sessions will be uploaded to YouTube channel, wherein you are in a position to understand the concept. Is it relevant to my requirement? According to that, you can register yourself by coordinating with the support at Logic Labs, or you can contact our admin team. So please subscribe to YouTube channel, wherein you will get a regular whatever the session is going to conduct. First 2-3 sessions will be uploaded so you can review and understand the concept. We are available on Instagram, Facebook. Every website is going to provide regular updates so that you can follow and enhance your IT skills according to your requirement. Until this, any questions? Everyone is allowed to unmute. If you are anyone is not able to unmute, I am going to unmute few joins, late joins. I am going to allow to everyone to speak up. If you have any questions, yes, please.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. Thank you. How are you?
Fine, sir. Sir, I am working as a CSM. I have total 3.5 years of experience.
Okay.
So, how to change my domain?
Yes. What is the CSM roles and responsibilities?
So we handle more maximum accounts, 100 to 100 accounts. We mainly follow with the customer and make sure they are satisfied with the service or product the company providing.
Okay. Oh, how about IT knowledge, IT infrastructure knowledge?
I don't have.
And service or products, how you are going to handle to discuss about service or products, you should able to understand about your product, right?
Yes, sir.
So what kind of products you are checking with the customer?
Actually, they are giving a Microsoft 365 license and a Veeam cloud backup and disaster recovery. These are the product they are providing to
Okay,
me.
very good. You are there in IT. It
Yes.
doesn't matter. So here, that AWS Solution Architect Associate is meant for infrastructure, IT infrastructure, how the IT infrastructure is available, like how the devices are going to communicate one to one, how a user is need to access in a particular application, Office 365 or license, what is required license for an IT. So all these components are related to IT infrastructure to use a specific service.
Yes.
So in this AWS Solution Architect, it is totally, completely related to infrastructure related. Infrastructure means the devices, servers will be there, desktops will be there. Whatever the devices you are using to access online communication, like you are accessing from mobile and a Paytm application or paying some application, credit card application, whatever the application you are using from mobile, everything in the background, it is going to work on an IT infrastructure. So that IT infrastructure, how it is going to work, how you are going to understand the concept, that all concepts are going to discuss in this particular architecture. So what is the pre-requirements to understand? Just as I said, it is, as I mentioned in that audio message, enthusiasm. If you have an enthusiasm to learn the IT skills, this is a right platform Why I am telling a right platform? To learn any technical thing, you should have an environment to do the practice and understand the concept. This AWS Solution Architect Associate, AWS is providing 12 months free. That means you just register, you can explore without paying anything. What is what and how to understand the concept, documentation, you are going to get in a practical environment to do the practice, so that this environment, this SO course, whatever the training course, it is an essential course for every IT person, IT who are working in IT industry. This is an essential course to
Okay.
understand and to do the practice. Even without knowing anything in IT industry also, just if you have an enthusiasm, yes, I need to change my domain. This is a right platform to understand and to do the practice, and you can showcase your talent by doing the practice. Okay. We are
Okay.
here as part of this training course. We are going to provide all the materials, how to work, how to understand, everything we are going to explain, so that even non-IT also, you are already part of working as an CSM and you
Yes.
have some components understanding. You can correlate what are the topics we are going to discuss. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Balasi. Any other questions until this? You can unmute who are going to
Yeah.
write the. Yes.
Are we going to discuss what will be the syllabus, and one more question about syllabus is, are we going point wise, whatever the syllabus sequence will be,
Mhm.
we are going with that syllabus sequence only?
Yes, I'm going to talk about syllabus sequence in a few minutes.
Yeah,
There,
thanks.
what are the topics we are going to discuss? I'm going to talk about. Then you can have a question. If any topic is missed out, we can discuss on that. Yeah,
Sure, thanks.
thank you. Anyone, please? If you are done, please.
So I have one question.
Yes,
Do you
please.
also provide the certification related questions or kind of dumps?
Yes, we are going to provide a certification dump, and at the same time, how to prepare for the certification. There are tools are available. I'm going to discuss about the tools, how to practice, how to understand the concept. This particular AWS Management Console provides you all so that you can do the practice and go for certification. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Yes, please. Anyone?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nikhil.
Sir, basically, I'm from a accounting background.
Yes, please.
So actually, AWS is new to me.
Okay.
The main reason for changing is actually I don't find accounting career a good place.
Okay.
So, is it possible for an accountant to become a AWS professional?
Okay, very good point, Nikhil. So, as part of accounting, what kind of application you are using? What kind of system you are using to perform your accounting roles?
Sir, it is actually Tally and SAP.
Yes, that means you are already there and you are doing the job by accessing the infrastructure, like system. What is a system you are going to understand? That application, how the Tally and SAP applications are going to come into picture, how they are going to establish communication. So everything you are going to understand. By
Yes,
understanding this AWS, if you want to practice a Tally or SAP, you need an application to do practice. And you
yes,
need
sir.
to provide, you need a requirement of guidance like how to do accounting application in SAP and Tally. Without training, you can't proceed. This AWS platform, whatever the IT infrastructure we are going to discuss, what are the syllabus we are going to cover, as I stated, it is suitable for students, not experienced one. Even students, it is suitable because AWS is cloud platform.
Yes,
Whatever
sir.
the IT requirement it may be, they should understand how to access out without depending upon any system. To work your system, you need a system, you need a license to work on the Tally application or SAP application. Without having anything, you are in a position to access the resources on a cloud platform. How to access that resource? So what we need to understand, everything you are able to understand, so that you are in a position to get a confidence that yes, this is the right platform to change my domain. I am suitable
Yes.
for this particular. There are different services are available in the cloud. What service
Yes,
is
sir.
suitable? Is it only infrastructure, or next level is AWS DevOps is going to come into picture? That AWS DevOps is specialization of specific applications and tools, testing tools, and all those things comes in picture. So
Yes.
you can enhance your skills. Okay, we are going to understand. Yes, it is
But
a right platform.
yes, sir. Sir, do we also require coding knowledge? I don't have coding knowledge.
In this, there is no coding concept. It
Yes,
is
sir.
all up to your wish to enhance your skills. Do you really need to code? Nowadays, even coding also is available. You just need to have a logical understanding. Yes, I need to perform this kind of task. What is a suitable code? You can download from which different tools are available. You no need to write a specific code. The code also
Yes,
will
sir.
be generated by this AWS, one of the service. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikhil. Okay, let me continue this course details and then we'll proceed further. Yeah. AWS, someone says that AWS, someone says that Amazon Web Services. This AWS is you are already aware of Amazon Prime. You are going to watch a movie channel, movies, series, and all those things. The same vendor, Amazon, they are available in the retail market, and they are provides Amazon Prime and Amazon Prime distributors, all those things. The same vendor is available in cloud domain also. Like Amazon Web Services is a cloud provider. What they are going to do? They are providing different services. Out of all the services, this is a entry point for AWS environment, the cloud environment. AWS Solution Architect Associate is the entry level to understand whatever the service you may look for. You may look for AWS DevOps, AWS Terraform, whatever it may be, AWS related. AWS Solution Architect Associate is the basic understanding. Okay. So we are going to understand what are the concept, how it is related to traditional IT environment, so that you are able to understand why I need to learn this. Or how is important my day-to-day operations. What is the importance of understanding these concepts? Okay. What is the agenda today? Introduction, course overview, how the training procedure is going to proceed, and what are the questions you may have. And we are going to start the practice. What is the practice? How to register the account? We are going to implement one of this system by accessing the cloud management console. Everything we are going to discuss today. Okay, that is the agenda for today's session. Just self-introduction about myself. I'm Leela Srinivas, having 23 years of rich experience in IT industry. Started my career from the customer support executive, consultant, senior consultant, different roles I performed. Having a extensive experience in virtualization technology, even I'm providing training sessions on virtualization technology from Logic Labs Technologies. Already last week it is already started. So if anyone wish to join, understand the virtualization technology, you can check with our admin team. 4 years of experience in cloud technologies, AWS and Azure. From Logic Labs Technologies, I have been providing training sessions on virtualization, that is VMware, as well as AWS, Solution Architect Associate. Basically, I am from infra guy, infrastructure. Started my career as a desktop support, later moved to system administration, Windows servers management, Linux servers management, network infrastructure support management. So I have complete end-to-end knowledge on the IT infrastructure. how the devices are going to communicate. That's the reason I'm in a position to explain whatever the IT related questions it may be. I'm in a position to correlate and able to describe to the layman understanding to explain in a better direction. So I'm happy to teach and to explain the content to the non-technical guy. So that makes me as a trainer. So I'm having a training experience, in-house training. I have been providing external trainings through Logic Labs Technologies. I'm working for an organization. There also I have been delivering the training sessions. Okay. So extensive training experience. I have been doing this training session since 7 years. You can understand, I can go whatever the level it may be and make you understand. That confidence I have. So it may be whatever the question it may be, you no need to think about it, a silly question, whatever it may be. Based on your question, I am able to refresh my knowledge. So I am also a regular learner. So it is very much important in IT work to enhance, to refresh day to day. Without learning, our chapter is end. That is why my motto. So every day we have to learn. So you don't think about whatever the question you may be is silly or whatever is not related. Don't bother about that. You can interrupt me at any point of time. I'll try to explain whatever the possible way. I'm a certified professional in virtualization, Azure, AWS, Microsoft, and process technology, process ITL related. This is about myself. I'm going to ask you questions. Once I cover this training procedure and all those things, I'm going to come back and you can share your expectation. Is this particular training module is going to meet your expectation or not? I'm going to leave you and give you an option to question for question sessions. Let me proceed to the course overview. What are the things we are going to discuss as part of this training module? This AWS Solution Architect Associate, it is an IT essential cloud technology skills. It is very much mandatory nowadays for every IT professional. That IT professional may be an infrastructure guy, maybe a software developer or tester or any kind of IT professional. The cloud technology is an essential. What cloud technology I need to step in? There are different cloud providers are available. Why AWS is industry leader in cloud technology? The only cloud technology providing 12 months free access. If you want to do any kind of knowledge gain practice, you need to have a environment to do the practice. Without practice, any kind of IT technology, we are not in a position to review, play the video, not able to understand by playing the video or reading the document. You have to get a hands-on practice. That hands-on practice, the only cloud technology is providing 12 months. You can imagine how much confident they are having. The infrastructure, they are providing 12 months free. You can understand, you can do the practice and implement the solution. And the same solution, how the live environment is going to work. That kind of environment, the only cloud provider is providing, that is AWS. There are other cloud providers. They are providing some free access, that is a limited access. You can understand how you are going to do practice. Okay, that's the reason AWS Solution Architect Associate is essential for everyone, and it is providing a live environment. Live environment. You no need to look for, I don't have live environment. That's the reason I'm not getting able to understand. I'm not getting live environment. That's the reason I'm not able to implement a project. No need to worry. This AWS is providing 12 months. You can design, you can prepare, and you can implement with this particular 12 months. Understand the concept, do the practice, prepare for exam or interview questions. You are in a position to get a confidence without having a live environment. Okay, that facility is providing by the only cloud provider, that is AWS. Okay. We are going to do free tier account registration. To do the 12 months free, how to get that 12 months free access? We need to complete that free tier account registration. We are going to discuss today how to complete that. Who are interested to continue in this particular course, by tomorrow, the free tier account registration must be completed. I'm going to showcase. And during this course, I'm going to correlate how this same service in a traditional IT infrastructure, how you are going to habitual to use, how to use the application, how do you access application in a day-to-day activity, how the same action, same system is available in a cloud, so that you can easily correlate what is cloud. You are able to understand very easily. And we are going to understand types of compute system server requirements for every application, whatever the developer, whatever the infrastructure, IT application, whatever the IT application you may use, non-IT also, we are going to use mobile. In mobile, whatever the application you use, that background, it is going to work on IT infrastructure. So even if you are not working on a system also, if you are using a mobile, that means you are using an IT infrastructure without knowing. That information you are able to understand this particular course. Virtualization concept, what is a virtualization? And what is a cloud? What are the advantages by providing the cloud technologies? We are able to understand basic cloud concepts we are going to teach about. And what is this three concept? What is a cloud advantage? The major important terminology. The cloud is emerging nowadays. It may be AWS, it may be Azure or GCP, Google Cloud, whatever the cloud it may be. All cloud providers are going to provide availability, scalability, and pay-as-you-go model. What all these three things, how it is going to correlate. And we are going to concepts of AWS Web Services. What are the concepts we are going to understand? And important services. What are the important services are part of this particular course module? There are hundreds of services available in AWS. Out of all, what is relevant to an IT infrastructure guy? As part of AWS Solution Architect Associate Training Module, what are the services are going to cover? We are going to discuss about that. Understand each and every important service and correlate with on-prem, the traditional IT infrastructure, how it is going to be work. We are going to understand. Explore the free tier options. As part of 12 months free, what all the services you are eligible to do practice. The free tier options explore, and you are going to do practice without paying any 1 rupee or $1. That's what we are going to do. This is a course overview. And moving to next, what are the important services? The training procedure. All are live and interactive sessions. Live and interactive sessions, I am going to log into AWS Management Console. Let me log into that AWS Management Console. You are going to, I already registered to this login, AWS Management Console. You are able to log into this AWS Management Console by doing a free registration. Okay, how to log in, all those things. I'm going to log in with my ID. Just 1 second, please. Multi-factor authentication. As part of this, we have to provide multi-factor authentication. I'm going to enter multi-factor authentication. Yes. This is the AWS Management Console. You are going to log in as part of this training module, wherein you will find different services available on this. Hundreds of services are available. Out of all services, whatever the important services we are going to do practice. Each and every navigation we are going to understand. This is even any organization, their services will be there in AWS provider. That means you have to land in this particular portal only. The portal is going, as soon as you log in, the same portal is available for every organization. Whatever the organization you may connect, whatever the organization you may support, this same console you are going to get into login, and you are going to support to perform respective action to support that respective customer account. Okay, these are the services. Out of all these services, what we are going to discuss as part of this. First point, all are live and interactive sessions. So I am going to connect AWS Management Console, and I am going to showcase whatever the service, how to configure, how to implement, all those things I am going to showcase. You are going to review, and as it is in a recorded, this session is getting recorded. Even if you miss anything, or even if you are not able to attend one of the session, no worries. That is the advantage of online training. This recorded session will be available for lifelong for you to access whenever you have any query, or if you want to play one more time, you can play n number of times for lifetime. This recorded sessions. So all are live and interactive sessions. Each session will be recorded and uploaded along with the notes. What is the notes? Whatever the action I am going to perform, we need to follow some documentation, technical documentation. What step, what action you performed, you are going to write down the step in a notepad, whatever the action or on a paper. That is nothing but a notes, whatever the files I'm going to showcase, how to perform, what is the step next. This particular note file will be uploaded along with the recorded session to LMS Graphy portal. Okay. So those are available for lifetime. This batch is going to complete within 30 hours, but this recorded sessions available for lifetime, whoever completes the payment. Okay. One-on-one interaction correlates with their production environment. To understand, to conceptual understanding is very easy because we are having a live environment, similar live environment by accessing to that AWS Management Console. Okay, so you are able to correlate. Even you are working on some environment, you are in a position to understand. Few members, technical members already connecting to AWS Management Console, but they don't understand why I'm doing the specific step. Here we are going to understand. I'm available here to explain what is required, why I need to perform, what purpose I'm doing this step. Once you understand the basics, you are able to correlate and you are able to provide a better solution to the customer. Okay. So what are the important services we are going to discuss? EC2, how to deploy a system. That is going to come under Elastic Compute Cloud, that is EC2. Under EC2 itself, here it is showing only just EC2. Or IAM, Identity and Access Management, the DNS service, the storage service S3, and networking load balancer, the VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, how to create a networking. All these important services we are going to discuss. Here the list is very less. Each list is providing a detailed information under EC2 what all the components we are going to do. Again, here simple list is available. We are not going to discuss, not only discuss this particular concept, we are going to discuss additional concepts also. In EC2 itself, if you go to compute, click on services, compute. Under compute, there are plenty of services available, out of which we are selecting only EC2. What is the EC2? It is to deploy a system. What system? A Linux operating system, a Windows operating system, without having any license, without having any knowledge how to configure a system, we are able to deploy. Under EC2 itself, you will find these many sub options are available. You can see that these many sub options are available. Each and every category, again, different options are there. Here in this document, it is describe only few components like deploying Windows and Linux, and what is AMI, Amazon Machine Image, what is a snapshot, how to create a template, how to recover a system from a failure state, and what is a scale up and scale down, what is a scale in and scale out. All those concepts will be described in this particular training module. This is only just EC2. A compute means it is just EC2 service. Just here EC2 service, like that. Next, we are going to discuss about identity and access management, how to create a user, how to provide groups, how to provide permissions, how to restrict a user to access the resource. Everything is going to cover on identity and access management. And storage. What are the different storages? To understand the storage concept, I am going to explain how the traditional environment, what is all about storage. What are the different storage types are available, like file storage, block storage, what else? Block storage, file storage, and important storage, object storage. We are going to explain that three storage concept. That's just the basic. Once you understand the basic out of what is a file storage, how this file storage in a traditional environment, how it is available, the same traditional environment storage, how it is available in cloud. Each cloud provider is going to give some technical name to that particular basic service, basic file storage. The same basic file storage in AWS, it is going to call it as EPS, Elastic File System. EFS, sorry, it is a slight mistake is there. It is EFS, Elastic File System. The object storage, whatever the storage you are using, Google Drive, OneDrive, however you are using that, without knowing anything, you are using that storage. That storage is the object storage. That object storage, how it is a traditionally you are using. Now the same object storage, how it is available in cloud, that is AWS, that is nothing but S3. We are going to understand, we are going to deploy, and we are going to use it. And there are different concepts are available in storage itself, in S3 storage itself. Versioning, what is static website, what is a cross-region replication, what is encryption, what is access control list, what is a lifecycle management, how do you provide backup. These all the concepts are going to come into storage. Okay. The important, vital, I can say, heart of the any cloud technology, networking. Basically, IT infrastructure is going to work based on the data. The data, whatever the IT application you are going to use, it may be. Everything, it is based on the data. The data is required as storage. To write the storage or read the storage, the data, we need a communication. How you are able to communicate with me? Through a Zoom application. What is the background it is happening? Even without having any knowledge on the network infrastructure, even you may not know what is IP address. I'm going to teach you about, I'm going to provide information about what is the basic concepts within the networking. Without understanding network, there is no IT professional. Because a cloud technology is nothing but you should understand all the basic concepts. In general, in a IT infrastructure, a Windows administrator will be there to take care of only Windows servers. A Linux administrator take care of Linux systems. A network only take care of network. But whereas in cloud, you should be able to understand each and every component without having a deep knowledge. To perform a Windows administrator or storage administrator, that respective administrator must have a deep understanding about the respective concepts. But here in the cloud, no need to understand anything. How simple you are going to deploy. For example, I am going to go to the networking and content delivery. I am just using the mouse. I am just using the mouse. Click on VPC. I am able to deploy the network infrastructure, gateway, routers, firewall, everything you are going to deploy without having deep knowledge. Just concepts understanding, the basic concept understanding is enough to perform all these actions. No coding, no deep knowledge, just you should have an enthusiasm to learn the IT skill. That's it. I'm here to explain, and you are in a position to practice with the 12 months free access. You should gain access for everything, whatever the component you select. For everything, you will have the details, the documentation. What is you don't know about create VPC, you will get it, the documentation here. Creating a VPC. What is a VPC creation? The documentation provides what is what. Excellent documentation. You no need to go to Google also or any search engine also. You just what is what. You can for everything you will have a documentation here. You just click on that analytics. I don't know about analytics. What is this all about? Just see Athena. What is this service? One technical name. What it is going to do? It is a serverless interactive analytics service. What is that? You are going to get a documentation by selecting this. You are going to get a documentation. What is a basic? Is it relevant? Is it required for me? Is it required for my organization? You will how it is going to work. See here how it works. What is a getting started? For every service, you will have the documentation, and that too you are having a free tier access. You are not going to charge anything. Some services are there for lifetime, not even 1 rupee charge. You can connect the console, you can refresh your knowledge without doing anything. Simple documentation available here. Okay, so as part of this training module, we are going to discuss about networking is a vital requirement without having any deep knowledge on any other component. I'm just talking about network. We are going to discuss about server deployment. We are going to talk about storage configuration. We are going to talk about network creation. We are going to talk about monitoring solution, database. We are going to talk about audit service, compliance requirement. Everything, the services, different services are available. One to one, how to integrate. That's what we are going to do without paying anything. This is a live environment. You are going to design your environment. Whatever the environment you are serving, providing support, the same kind of environment you can replicate by using this 12 months free tier account without having a deep knowledge. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to allow you to speak up. Any questions? Your name and what is the experience, from which location you are, and what is the expectation. You can speak up. If you are anyone not able to speak up, not able to unmute, please raise a hand so that I'm allow you to unmute yourself. Any questions? If no questions, I can proceed and you can interrupt me at any point of time. No need to wait for me to stop. Okay. At any point of time, some doubt is there, some clarification is required. Please open up and it doesn't matter. You can interrupt me at any point of time. Okay. So let's move on. The next topic, certification path. What are the certifications available? The certification path is available here. I'm going to post on the chart window. You can click on, I'm clicking on the same link, the certification link. What is the certifications available? See here, foundational, the professional, what I need to complete, what this course is going to support. This is the certification path. This particular course is relevant to these two: AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner and AWS Certified Solution Architect. These two trainings, they are in a position to attend and clarify. That one more important thing here, there is no dependency. That means, for example, if you want to complete AWS Solution Architect Associate, there is no necessity to complete this first certification. There is no necessity. You can directly attend and prepare for, and you can climb for this particular solution architect. And if you want to specialize certificate, you no need to complete any particular predefined, there is no dependency. So you can gain the knowledge and you can free to attend any kind of exam based on your interest, based on your conceptual understanding of the respective concepts. As part of this, we are providing Logic Labs Technologies, providing AWS Solution Architect. This is a one training module. This particular training module is suitable to attend exams for certified cloud practitioner. Who is required to attend this cloud practitioner exam? Any sales professional or who are not doing technical activity, they can complete this certification to understand what all the services are available in cloud management console. Whereas in who are supporting the environment technically as a manager, as a technical resource, they must complete the certification of AWS Solution Architect Associate, this training. Okay. So remaining trainings, whatever the trainings are available, it is up to your interest, up to your, based on your knowledge, you can attend any kind of exam. Okay. Any questions on this certification path? Any questions? At the end of the training module, we are going to provide a tools to prepare for exam, to how to prepare, how to understand the exam pattern. All those things are available, and we are going to share that information to every participant, every student. Yeah. If you have any questions, ask me about certification path. Okay. So no questions. This is all about course overview and course training procedure, how it is going to proceed. Okay. Now, next, as part of today's agenda, we are going to move on. Next topic, that is introduction is over, course details is done, certification path is done. What is the next topic? Register for free tier account. This is a very much important. Whoever wants to be part of this training module or any advanced AWS skills they want to practice, like Sunil Kopavarpu is already started a batch AWS DevOps. He is a founder of Logic Labs Technologies. So he is a senior faculty and founder of this online training platform. He is providing AWS DevOps and he already provided solution architect associate trainings also. For any kind of advanced AWS service it may be. Free tier account is a mandatory. And AWS Solution Architect Associate is a mandatory for any kind of advanced training modules to attend to practice. Okay, so everyone who are AWS DevOps or a Solution Architect Associate, if you want to understand the concept to do the practice, everyone must have that AWS Management Console access. To do that, we need to complete this registration. What are the things required? There is a document I am going to showcase. Everyone, you can log on to this AWS Management Console. This is a login page. I'm going to go to the first page, AWS Management Console. In this AWS Management Console, you don't have any account. This is AWS Management Console login page. If you don't have any login mechanism, like there is no account to log in, you will find option. The documentation starts from here. Create a new AWS account. Where I am going to get this option? As soon as you log into that AWS Management Console, that is, this is a link. You are going to log in. Once you log in, either you can click on sign into console. You are going to log into this particular page. Whatever the link you are going to click, you are going to get to the same screen. In the same screen, what you need to do? Click on create a new AWS account. As soon as you click on new AWS account, you are going to get next page. In this, what is important? What is important? To complete this process, the second step, you need to have a mail ID, email ID. If you already registered without knowing anything, it is already completed 11 months or 12 months, and it is already 1 year over. So no worries. You can create one more email ID, personal email ID. It is up to you. Are you going to use a personal email ID or organization email ID? It's up to you. My sincere recommendation is please create a personal email ID to practice on this particular session. Okay. This email ID is important. Once you have an email ID, then mobile number. That is the second important requirement. The next, debit or credit card must be enabled. International transaction. International transaction must be enabled. Srinivas, you told me that it is a free. Why I need to provide a debit or credit card? Yes, it is going to authorize you are the right candidate, and it is going to authorize if any payment is required, you should be in a position to have the details to complete the payment. This information initially it is going to detect 2 rupees for India customers. For other than India customers from outside India, it is going to detect $1. $1 charge it is going to deduct from the respective debit or credit card, and whatever the amount it is going to deduct from your account, that amount will be returned to your account within 3 to 4 working days. That means if it is deducting from 2 rupees, once you authorize the payment, that same 2 rupees will be back to your account after 3 to 4 days, 3 working days. Okay, that's the reason it is a free tier account, no charges. And once you have the email ID, mobile number, debit and credit card, and you need to have a address information to update this particular portal. Okay, let's proceed. Whatever the email ID you are going to use, that personal email ID, that is going to act as a root user ID. with that root user, that email ID you are going to use to log in account. Okay. And you are going to mention any account name, whatever the account name it may be, you can mention account name. I just mentioned Srinivas AWS, and whatever the email ID it is mentioned here, and whatever the email ID I'm using to log into AWS Management Console, both emails are not going to monitor. If you send any mail communication also, there won't be any answer. Okay, because it is not under monitor. So if you want any response or any communication, you please send a mail communication to support@logiclabstech.com only. Okay, move on. Once you mention email ID, it is going to click on verify email address. You are going to get a code to your email. Please check your spam communication, junk email, so that you can enter whatever the code you are going to receive. Once you enter the code, the email verification is going to complete, and then proceed to next step. The next step, it is going to provide option password for your email account. If you can manage the same password, it is up to your wish, but whatever the password, you need to follow and mention that password. This password will be used to proceed to log into that AWS Management Console. Next action, complete information. Whatever the fields it is prompting, every field is important to provide information. In this particular page, you have to select, this is important information, please pay attention. In this, you will find option business and you will find personal. Just select a personal account only. No need to select a business. Just select for personal own projects. No need to select business. Okay. And you can mention your full name and what are the mobile number you need to mention from wherever India, country, US or UK or Australia, whatever the country it may be, you can mention. And each and every field is mandatory. Without, you should not leave any field blank. Whatever the information you just mention, it is not necessary to mention exact address, but you need to mention every field. Exact information, email ID and mobile number is exact information must be mentioned. Without that, you can't proceed. Okay. Address information, you can mention anything, but make sure you are filling some details in address fields. Okay. Once you are complete this particular information, each and every field, you can move to yes, agreement. You have to accept this checkbox. Yes, I have read, agree, terms and condition. Just accept this and continue for next step. Here it is going to ask billing information. Here you need to provide a debit or credit card. That debit and credit card must be enable international transactions. Here you can see that it is going to detect only $1 for other than India. For India customers, it is going to detect only 2 rupees. Okay. For other than India, it is going to detect $1. Okay. So this amount will be returned to the respective account within 3 to 5 working days. Okay. So make sure you are providing the debit or credit card information with a proper information. If you do any wrong information, the payment is not going to complete to detect $1 or 2 rupees. Once the payment is going to complete success, then only it is going to move further. See here, once you are going to mention that and PAN card, if you every IT employee going to have a PAN card, that PAN card. If it is a student, they can mention as a no and proceed for the next information to provide that. PAN information is not a mandatory, but who are working an IT professional, it is very much important to mention PAN card information over here. Okay. Proceed next and complete the payment OTP to detect. You are going to get a SMS. In that SMS, it is going to clearly mentions that it is authorizing to deduct 2 rupees for India. For outside India, it is going to clearly mention the conversion rate of the respective country equals to whatever the amount. Max is $1. Okay, so to make sure before entering the OTP, don't share the OTP any other portal. In this Amazon portal itself, it is going to whatever the OTP message you are going to get, it is going to clearly mention the message. You are going to get a message like this. Okay, it is going to, as I tried, it is deducting only 2 rupees for me, for India customer. This validate this information thoroughly from where this OTP and is it detecting the amount as described or any additional amount. Whatever the OTP received, that OTP you need to enter here and complete the transaction. Once you complete the transaction, you can move on. Next step, that is wherein validating your mobile number. Enter your mobile number and enter the code security check. You are going to get a OTP to login process completion. Again, that OTP, it is going to clearly mention what is the OTP from where it is receiving. That OTP you are going to enter here only, nowhere else. Okay? Because nowadays too many scams are going on. Please be cautious. Never ever share OTPs anywhere else. Only you have to enter only in Amazon portal. Okay. Next, you are going to select a final step, wherein the final step is going to complete. You have to select on the drop down. You are going to get business, personal use and all those things. You must select personal use only. And here ownership type, organization and individual is going to come in this drop down. You have to select individual and then proceed next. In the next page, you are going to get a sign up for AWS. In this particular screen, you need to complete by selecting basic support only. Basic support, don't select, it is not at all required to pay $29 per month or $100 per month. We are not, no one requires these two types. Only we can complete all this training module, exam preparation, everything can complete with the basic support free, that is a 12 months free access. You can do all kind of practice by selecting basic support free. Make sure you are selecting basic support only and click on complete sign up here. You are going to click on complete sign up. That is registration is going to complete. Any questions here, please? At least no or yes. Please be interactive.
No, no questions.
Thank you. Okay. So once the registration process is completed, it is very much important. Everyone must complete this registration process after this training module. Don't do this particular in this session. Please complete this registration process. Once you complete the registration process, you are in a position to back to login screen. So here I'm going to login screen. As soon as I'm going to click on new window, as soon as successfully completion of the registration, you are going to click on AWS management link, wherein you are going to get two options. What are the two options? You are going to get login as a root user, login as a IAM user. We are going to do entire our practice until we are going to discuss about IAM, Identity Access Management. Until that, we are going to log into this AWS Management Console as root user only. Who is the root user? Root user is nothing but your email ID. In my case, that is srinocloud27@gmail.com. And I'm going to click next. Whatever the password you set during your registration, we are going to enter that particular password. And this MFA, multi-factor authentication, is a mandatory now. So you need to download either Google Authenticator or any kind of authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator, you can download. The procedure is so simple. Multi-factor authentication is mandatory. Okay, so once you create a login request, you are going to prompt to enable multi-factor authentication. Only thing is that you need to download the authenticator code. Nowadays, authenticator code is default in every mobile. So by using that mobile application, Google or Microsoft Authenticator, you are going to get a QR code. By scanning the QR code, you are going to get a code. I already completed on mobile. I'm going to enable that QR code. Let me enter that QR code. Sorry, that code I'm going to enter to log into this account. This is a mandatory. Earlier it is not mandatory. Now they made it mandatory to log into that account. So I'm entering that QR MFA code to complete the installation. Successfully completed the login process by using my registration process. Everyone, as soon as you log into that AWS management console, you are going to get this particular page. In this particular page, you are going to get a blank information, like recently visited information will be completely blank because I have been delivering the training sessions. That's the reason all these services are showing here. Otherwise, yes, someone raise the hand. You can unmute and speak up, please.
Yes, please. Can you please just tell us how do you get the multi-factor authentication? I know you say it's easy, but do I just go to Google and I type that and it's gonna walk me through?
It is a simple, like once you complete the registration process, as soon as the first time you log into this account, okay, it is going to prompt enable MFA. What you need to do, what everyone must do is you must have one kind of application on your mobile device. It may be Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator. You can download from Apple, you can download from Android Play Store. Once you install this particular authenticator application on your mobile, you will get an option, add an account. By clicking on add an account, you will prompt you to scan a QR code. What QR code you need to scan? In this particular AWS management console, you are going to get an option, enable MFA. As soon as you select enable MFA, it is going to prompt one QR code. Whatever the QR code you are able to get on the screen, the same QR code you need to scan with the respective application on your mobile. So once you scan, it is going to provide a code. That code you need to enter here. That's it. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. If you have a stuck up anything, I'm going to give you an option to share the screen and we can complete that process after this training pod. I'll be available after this 8 p.m. 45 minutes more is there to complete this training module. After this, I'm available to clarify any kind of registration process issues. Okay. So once you log into this management console, you need to understand, navigate in this management console, what are the tabs are available, how can we understand, where to go, where to click, and all those things. Okay. So first thing is that recently visited. This recently visited place, it will be blank for you because it's the first time you are getting login. You haven't used any application. That's the reason this recent use visited portal place is completely blank. And what else you need to understand in this particular first console management portal? So in this management portal, you will find whatever the account name you mention, you will find at the top right corner. I just mentioned my account name as a Srinu Cloud. That account name is available on the top right corner. What information you are going to get, I'm going to showcase. Next to that account name, you will find one location. What is this location? This location is related to, there are different locations are available. What are these locations? This AWS is infrastructure is hosted in different regions. Whatever the information you are going to connect here, I'm delivering this training session from Bangalore. I'm using my laptop and I'm using my internet connection. From my system, I'm accessing the AWS portal. As soon as I try to log in with my root user, it is going to connect one of the region. How it is going to choose that region? That AWS global infrastructure map. You can see here global infrastructure AWS. This AWS global infrastructure spread across entire world. Already 34 regions are already available. What is that reason? Whatever the console you are seeing here, I am connected to North Virginia. The second point, that is next to my account name, there is some information. You may connect it to one place. I may connect it to one place. Whatever the place it is connected, that is a region. How many regions are there? There are 34 regions are available. Their presence is available in entire world. Whatever the green dots you are able to see, that is the regions are available entire world. Why I am connected to only North Virginia? Even though I am accessing from India, why I connected to North Virginia? This AWS infrastructure, the network infrastructure, is well managed. Automatically it is going to choose one particular reason. Reason is nothing but a dedicated IT infrastructure will be there. A dedicated data center having a complete IT infrastructure, network cables, network devices, servers to serve you better. You are connecting to AWS public cloud provider to test some application. Whatever the service you would like to use, that AWS infrastructure is ready to serve you better. In the process of to serve you better, it is going to intelligent enough choose a right place to provide better service. As I connected to North Virginia, that North Virginia data center, that region, a geographical location. In that geographical location, there are number of data centers. What is a data center? A data center is nothing but a complete set of IT infrastructure building. A complete set of IT infrastructure building. In this global infrastructure in India itself, there are two regions are available. One is Hyderabad, one is there in Mumbai. In Hyderabad also, you can see that there are availability zones. Just now I said regions. A region is nothing but a geographical location. In that respective geographical location, they are having a three availability zones. What is availability zone? A availability zone means a data center, a full-fledged IT infrastructure data center, a complete IT infrastructure building is going to call it as a data center. That same data center in this AWS, they are going to call it as availability zone. In Hyderabad, there are three availability zones are there. That means one corner of Hyderabad affected with a flood. Whatever the services are hosted in Hyderabad, those services will work from other two corners to make sure customer is not going to impact their application. That is a dedicated infrastructure, robust infrastructure to make customer happy. The customer application runs continuously without or with minimal downtime. Okay. So what you understand? In this, as soon as you log in AWS Management Console, you will be connected to one of the region. In North Virginia, I am connected to North Virginia, connected to one of the availability zone, US East 1. In North Virginia itself, there are availability zones will be there. For each region, will be having 2 or more availability zones. Minimum 2 will be there, max 6 or 7 based on the requirement in that respective geographical location. Hope you understand what is the reason and what is the availability zone. Any questions here?
I have one question. Availability zone is nothing but it's a physical presence of a data center, right?
Yeah, data center is nothing but a physical because complete building will be there with complete set of IT infrastructure to serve the customer.
So the whatever the product of AWS. Okay, got it. Uh, and the region means only means two regions are available in India. That is one is Mumbai and another one is Hyderabad, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and in Hyderabad there is a three regions, and how many regions present in Mumbai?
No. Reason is Hyderabad is one
Oh,
reason.
sorry, availability
Mumbai is
zone.
the
My
one
bad.
reason.
Yeah.
Don't get confused the technical words.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
In a region, 3 data centers are there in Hyderabad.
Yes.
That data center, what is a data center? A full-fledged IT infrastructure. That IT infrastructure having a complete infrastructure, we are going to call it as a data center. The same data center here in AWS, it is going to represent as a availability zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
In the drop down, Hyderabad is not showing, right?
Okay. Very good point. In this drop down, whatever the zones are available, regions are available. In region, it automatically redirects to only one data center only, one availability zone only. For Mumbai is there, it is AP South 1. How many regions availability zones are there in Mumbai? 3 availability zones are there. Local zones 2 are there. What is the local zones? We are going to discuss later. How many availability zones? Out of 3, it is connected to, we can connect one, that is AP South 1, AP South 2, AP South 3, like that. 3 availability zones will be there. Now your question is that in Asia specific, even though in global infrastructure, Hyderabad is there, but it is not listed here. As part of free-tier account, whatever the reasons are available for free-tier, those reasons are available in this list. Which
Okay.
are not available? There are 30 regions that are not enabled for this account. You can see this. There are 13 regions. Why these are not available? These regions are dedicatedly for customer accounts. There are no free access available. If a specific customer, they are going to assign that specific region. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Any questions on region and availability zone? You will be connected. It doesn't matter. As soon as you log in, today I may connected to North Virginia. Tomorrow I may be connected to Mumbai. Next day I may connect to Sydney. It doesn't matter. The AWS infrastructure is intelligent enough to serve you better. During the practice session, if you are not happy, you are not getting a smooth flow, you are not going to be happy with this service. This AWS is providing 12 months free in a such a way that to attract the customers. In a free access itself, you are not feeling a good feeling, then you are not going to use the services. You are not going to pay the service. That much confidence they are having on their infrastructure. Once you understand this AWS infrastructure, you can practice other cloud providers, how the same service is available in that location, in that particular cloud provider. You can compare, and you are going to discuss many more things as part of this training module. One of the important factor is cost. I can say that cloud provider is just like a credit card usage. If you use it properly, and you can complete the payment with a proper without having any penalty. If you misuse and if you miss the payment in a timely manner, the bill is going to keep on increase with the multiple factors. So cloud provider is going to provide features and services based on some cost. That cost differs from vendor to vendor. AWS is going to charge something, and the same is going to charge in a different manner in Azure, Google Cloud, Salesforce, different cloud providers. Out of all, what is a robust, what is an excellent performance, you are going to choose that respective vendor. Okay. So here the only cloud provider is providing 12 months for every user who are going to register, and they are providing a smooth access during their practice to attract the customers. So you are going to feel that, oh, AWS is providing excellent service, and you are going to enroll for that using the services in that AWS provider that they are going to attract by giving the free service. Okay. So any doubts on this? See, first of all, account name. You are going to get information about your account ID and account information. What is the account? What is the billing and all those things? We are going to connect that account. And what is the organization? It is an individual account. What is the quotations? What are the quotation? What is the billing and cost management? We are going to explore all these options. Hope you understand this account purpose, and the next tab is reason which is connected. Can I change this reason? Yes, you can change, no issues. But if you change the reason, whatever the service you are going to deploy, there is no guarantee that it is going to work properly as expected. The reason will be selected and it is going to connect as soon as you log into that particular AWS management console. It is going to make sure if you leave it, whatever the reason it is connected, it is going to make sure to serve you better because it is designated. The enough resources are there to fulfill your requirement. Even though you are part of free tier, you are not paying not even single rupee also. It is going to make sure to serve you better. If you are feeling any difficulty, you will not come into the AWS. So no need to change, switch over any account. Whatever the default region it is connected, you have to be there in that specific region. It is having enough resources in the respective data center, respective availability zone. Okay, so in everyday practice, we are going to start with what is the date? Today is 23rd November 24. And connected region, it is very much important what region you connected, North Virginia. Why we need to note it down? Because after practice, you need to stop the service. If you are not going to stop or if you are not going to delete the services, the free billing is going to keep on running. What is the free tier eligibility? We already log in. Now I must understand what is my free tier limitations. In this document, there is a article is available. See here, AWS free tier. You don't need to go in this particular page. Just open the search engine. Just mention AWS free tier. That's it. You will get an free cloud computing services AWS free tier. Here you are going to get complete information about what you are going to get. For example, see here, free trials, 12 months free. Some services are there always free. What all the 12 months free? What is the free trials are available? You can click on learn more. What are the services you are going to understand? This complete information is available. First service which you are going to start, where to start. After login to the management console, we are going to start with Amazon EC2. What is EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud. 750 hours per month. Each month 750 hours you are going to get a free to deploy a compute cloud. What is a compute cloud? We are going to see. That means 750 hours you can deploy a system. For example, if you want to deploy a basic system for any requirement, what you need to do? If you want a Windows system, take an example of laptop itself. If you want to configure OS, a specific Intel expert is required to configure your laptop to install from the scratch. That is going to take 30 minutes or 15 minutes. And you need to have a system, you need to have a laptop, you need to purchase, you need to spend 30,000, 40,000 rupees. And you need to have that system readily to work on that, to configure, to work on that system. Everything without you are going to spend to use a basic application itself, you need to spend 30K to 1 lakh. Without having understanding of system, without understanding of OS administration skills expertise, I am in a position to deploy a service that is easy to 750 hours. I can use per month 750 hours free every month, like that 12 months free. Okay, this is a free tier limitation for each under compute, storage, database, network, whatever services free are available, each are going to provide a description what free you are going to get. Okay, let me go and deploy one of the free service, that is EC2. How easily we are able to deploy, let's have a look. So first important service which you are going to start today is EC2. Why I am going to start EC2? Because for every application to work, I need a system. Once a system is there, on top of system, operating system should be there, must be there. Without operating system, I cannot install any application. Okay, so I don't have any system. I don't have any expertise in Windows. I don't have any expertise to configure, even though how simply we are able to deploy a specific system and we are able to connect that system. How easily I'm going to deploy. Let's have a look. Services, every time don't use search option. Whatever the service you are going to deploy, don't use search option. or don't use recently visited option. If I'm going to select EC2 here, I would like to deploy now a service EC2. I can click here. If I click here, I'm not able to understand the navigation in the cloud portal. So always do click on this top left corner, you will find 9 dots. That is a list of services, 9 dots. You need to click on every time this 9 dots, that gives you complete list of services. Always click on this particular services wherein you are going to get a list of categorizations. In this categorization, whatever the service I am looking, under which category it is available, you must practice day to day. You should not search. For example, I need EC2. You should directly go to compute. Under compute EC2, you need to select. You should not search. If you are not going to do this navigation practice, if you are not clicking on this particular services option, categorization option, if you all depends upon the search option, that is not a good practice for learner. Okay, so compute and selecting EC2. Once EC2 selected, I would like to deploy a Windows system. I am going to showcase today Windows system. Tomorrow we are going to deploy Windows and Linux system, and then we are going to see how do we connect. Today I'm going to showcase only Windows system. Let's do. As soon as you select EC2, the service, under EC2 you will find the dashboard. You can see that every day it is practice is important. It is a free, it is not going to charge anything, and you are getting a live environment to do practice. Okay, so practice is important. The navigation and portal options are going to keep on change, maybe weekly wise or day wise or monthly wise. They keep on do the modification. If you are not going to log in daily, you are going to miss the practice. If I'm not delivering the training session, I'm not in a position to get refresh my knowledge. Whatever that I know, I'm going to present. If you ask something different, if I know that topic, I can explain. If I'm not aware of that particular question, whatever you are going to ask, I have to refresh again so that I'm going to enhance my skills. So it is a continuation journey. In IT industry, we have to keep on learn to enhance our IT skills. Without that, we will be not in the market. You will not succeed in your career. Okay. So in this dashboard, you will have the options where to click. You can see that first option, launch instance. I'm going to click on launch instance, and you will have this information, complete dashboard. In this dashboard, you will find all are 0 except 1 is showing as a 1. Rest all 0, 0, 0, 0, all zeros only. Okay. So now I'm going to click on launch instance. Launch instance is nothing but I'm going to create one particular system with a predefined operating system. I'm going to mention my system name as Windows 372. This is a AWS batch Windows Server 001. This name is mentioned here. The next one, application and OS images. You can see that the next option, application and OS images. What is this application and OS images? Whatever the OS you would like, you are going to deploy. I have Amazon Linux, Mac I can deploy, Ubuntu I can deploy, Windows I can deploy. Whatever, there are plenty of operating systems are predefined. You no need to worry about how do we configure. Once you deploy, you can do practice. If you want to do a Linux administration practice, you deploy and do R&D as per your wish. If you want to understand Windows operating system, you deploy and practice. It is free. And if you don't know about Ubuntu, how to configure, the documentation is available, the system is available, you do practice. That's it, as simple as that. How easily I'm going to deploy. As part of explanation, I'm taking the time to explain the concept. Otherwise, to deploy a system, it takes not even 2 to 5 minutes. Let's select. What my intention? I need to deploy Windows Server. So what operating system I need to select? Windows. If you want a operating system plus a specific application, there are plenty of. You can click on this browse more AMIs. You are going to get a different marketplace. See here, different application, whatever the application, Tally are looking, or SAP are looking, or any application, you no need to configure. Predefined image is available. How many? 11,847 images are available to serve you. Okay. Out of all, what is a free tier? That is a matter here. What is a free tier? So I'm going to select back to the compute EC2, and I'm going to click on launch instance. As soon as I click on launch instance, the first option I'm going to select Windows Server 001, and I'm selecting Windows as an operating system. In this operating system, what is a free? You can see that you can deploy 2025 base, 2022 base. Today only I came to know that. Till yesterday, I know that only 22 operating system is there in Windows. Without knowing anything, without downloading anything, I can explore what is 2025. So I'm going to see that 2022 for today. Tomorrow we are going to see what is 2025. And whatever the operating system you are going to select, make sure you need to see that the free tier eligible option is there or not. This is important. Free tier option is there or not. Okay. I'm going to select 2022 for today, 2022 base. A Windows administrator might know what is the difference between 2020 base and core. If you are not sure what is the difference between base and core, just open search engine and you are able to understand. Once you understand, you can deploy and you can do practice without paying anything. Okay, I'm selecting 2022 base. Let's proceed. Make sure the end of that selection free tier eligible is there or not. There are certain operating systems. See here, Microsoft Windows Server 2022 with SQL Server. It is not a free. If you select this, you will be getting a bill. Okay, whatever the end, whatever the selection operating system and some application you may select, you are not finding free tier option eligible. That means you have to pay some bill. Okay, so to avoid billing, I know my free tier limitation, so that's the reason I'm selecting 2022 base. Selected. Next, application selection is done. After application selection, this is the instance type. What is this instance type? Instance type is nothing but a hardware configuration. If you go to the market, laptop configuration, i5, i7, i10, whatever the configuration, CPU configuration, memory configuration, storage configuration, that configuration is nothing but here it is going to define as a instance type. There are different models are there. As part of free tier, you are eligible only T2 dot micro. What is T2 dot micro? T2 micro is nothing but one model name. If you go to the market to purchase a Dell laptop, you will be having a Dell latitude different model numbers. It's going to specify configuration of the system. The similar way, here the system models will be defined as a T2 micro, T3 micro, T2 system, different configuration. See here, T3 nano, T3X large. What is T3 large? Family, 2 CPUs, 8 GB memory. Is a free tier is eligible? You can see at that respective selection on the right hand side, you will find is it a free or chargeable. Now, T2 micro is only configuration eligible for free tier. You can see that the free tier configuration is 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. Even our laptop is having a 4 GB, 8 GB memory and a number of CPUs. You can see how effectively the system is going to work even though I'm installing 2022 operating system on a configuration of 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. How seamlessly we are going to access. Let's have a look. T2 micro selected. Hope you understand what is instance type. Instance type is nothing but a hardware configuration, system configuration. And you can find the details here. If you are not part of free tier, you can find per hour charges. You can find per hour charges. As I am deploying Windows base pricing, what is Windows after free trial also? If I deploy the system, what will be the charge per hour? 0.0162, not even 1 rupee per hour. Even if you go to internet center, you need to pay 10 rupees or 20 rupees minimum charge to use one system. Here in this cloud portal, you are in a position to use without paying any license, without downloading, without any configuration. To use for 1 hour, you need to pay just 2 rupees. Now that 2 rupees also no need to pay because we are part of free tier. Okay. Selected free tier, that instance configuration is done. Then next key pair. What is a key pair? The key pair is nothing but a login mechanism. Whatever the system you are going to power on, you need to enter credentials, username and password. That username and password will be embedded in this particular system by using key pair mechanism, a process. What is a key pair mechanism? Here, whatever the predefined application operating system, it is already configured. Windows operating system 22 already configured with all the components. Now I need to log into that. I don't know what is a username, what is a password. So to get that username and password, the key pair login mechanism is going to be in use. With this help of key pair mechanism, I am able to get what is a username, what is a password. Okay. So what we are going to do in this, I don't know username and password. This particular predefined image Amazon machine is embedded, integrated with a key pair mechanism. A public key will be there already in that predefined configuration. A public key will be there. Now I am going to create a matching key to match that public key. In this process of create a new key pair, it is going to give you an option. I need to mention the name of the key pair for my understanding. What I am going to do, Windows key, today date 23 November. And here there is an option private key file format. One is .pem, one is .ppk. The PEM file extension will be used for Windows systems. The PPK extension will be used for any Linux flavor. As I am deploying Windows system, I have to use PEM extension. This private key is going to use to get my password to log into the system. Okay, I am going to click on create key pair. and as soon as click on create pair, it will be downloaded. You can save this file in your system, local system, wherever you would like to. By default, it is going to showcase download folder. You can place it in a download folder or else any place you would like to go. I am going to choose download folder, save it. File got downloaded, let it be there. Key pair generated. Next, network settings. In this network settings, by default, it is going to allow all the settings as it is, and it is going to allow what it is going to allow. Allow RDP traffic. What is RDP? It is going to allow from anywhere. You are able to understand what is this sequence, what is this network identification, what is the traffic. This port number is going to come from OSI model. OSI model. What is the OSI model? Anyone, please?
Operating system. No. Side. This way.
Anyone? Yes, please. Good try. What is
Seven
the
layers, correct? OSI layer, 7 layers.
7
Yeah,
layers?
it is
In
a
the
bit-
7 layers, application, presentation, all those 7 layers will be there. This port number, application port number, and network OSI model is going to talk about how the network packet is going to flow in the 7 layers. A network is going to establish communication between the two devices. Between the two devices, these 7 layers are going to play a vital role, how the packet is going to assemble and how the packet is going to disassemble and destination. In the process of assemble, each application is going to represent the application port numbers. Application port numbers. As part of this, we are using everyday browser. As soon as you log in anything, you are going to use browser. What is HTTP port number, please?
80.
Yes. HTTPS. These are the application ports. Similar way, whenever we are using, as we are deploying Windows system, it is going to use RDP port as an application. What is that RDP port application port number? It is 3389, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So by default, it is going to allow RDP traffic from anywhere. What is anywhere? Anywhere in the network symbol representation, IP address will be there. IP4 address will be 4 octets. I'm going to discuss about networking basics in VPC concept. Until just understand the anywhere represents network identification will be represented IP address 0.0. Any IP address, okay, that is going to allow traffic. That is a security principle. It is going to create a security group. It is going to create a security group. I am going to leave as it is, no modification here. And then storage, how much storage it is assigning? 30 GB. As part of free tier, it is going to give you 30 GB configuration. Let it be configured storage. So here, what are the things you did? You configured, just mention the name. Application OS selected as a Windows. Instant configuration, you configured selected as a free tier configuration, that is 1 CPU, 1 GB free tier configuration. Key pair to login mechanism. Network, we didn't change anything, we just default configuration. It is going to allow RDP. As part of this, we understood what is a OSI model and what is a application layer, what is a port number. And storage is default. Advanced settings, I left it is default. That's it, nothing changes. I'm going to proceed to create instance. Where to click on create instance? Just a moment. Yes. You can see here in the same window, launch instant option is there. Click on launch instance. Once you launch instance, this is going to take 2 to 3 minutes of time to deploy this system in North Virginia availability zone. I'm sitting in Bangalore and I'm deploying a system in a data center availability zone of North Virginia. It is there in US. How simply I deployed with the help of internet. The cloud is a basic fundamental topic is using accessing a resource over the internet is nothing but a cloud. A cloud is nothing but accessing a specific resource over the internet is nothing but a cloud. Okay. Now system is deployed. I'm going to see that how to access that. I need to connect. I need to use that service. The system is deployed. Now, what is the things required to access the system? I need to have system name or IP address. Then next username to login. Next password. Then I need to have a tool to connect. The tool is nothing but RDP, remote desktop tool. Every Windows system, whatever the system you are going to use at home, every system by default you will find remote desktop. In Windows 11 Home Editions, remote desktop connection is not a default component. You need to install. Please check the Microsoft portal how to install remote desktop. For every system, remote desktop connection is a default tool will be there. We are going to use this tool to connect. In this connection, you need to provide a system name or IP address, and then you need to know what is a username, and you need to get what is a password and what is a tool. We already use enable remote desktop connection. Okay. Now, how to get the details? Here, I'm going to select this particular system. I'm not getting any details here. As soon as I select checkbox, I'm getting the details of public and private. Can anyone having an idea what is a public and what is a private? We are going to discuss what is a private IP, what is a public IP. Public IP is nothing but the IP address accessible over the internet, that is a public IP. The private IP is nothing but within the organization. Without internet connection, you are able to establish communication with a private IP. Now, do I need to use public IP or private IP?
Public IP, correct?
Public, because I'm not part of in North Virginia data center. I'm not part of in that particular network area. That is a local area network is going to concept. I am sitting in Bangalore and the system resource is available in North Virginia, that is the US. So what IP I need to use? I am not part of in that network. So I have to use public IP. So copy this public IP or public DNS, the host name, domain name system. What is a DNS? We are going to discuss about in a Route 53 service. No worries. Just now I'm going to use public IP address. What is an IP address I need to use? I got the details of IP address. Next, username and password. Where to get username and password? As soon as you select, you can see that the checkbox I am going to remove. If I remove the checkbox, the option is going to grayed out here. The connection option is grayed out. The connection option is grayed out. As soon as you enable the checkbox, the connection option is going to enable. Let's have a look. The checkbox and the connect tab is highlighted. I'm going to click on that connect tab, and here you are going to have three options. What is a session manager, RDP client, EC2 serial console? We are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Now I'm going to click on RDP client to get my password details and username details. By default, I'm using RDP session. So this RDP session to establish communication. I am going to click on RDP client to get the details. What details? Username. What is a username? Default username is the administrator. I am going to copy that administrator as a username. And what is the password? How to get the password? Here there is an option, password, get password option. I am going to click on get password. As soon as I click on get password, it is asking a file, private key file. We already during the deployment, whatever the key file we configured, saved in our download location, that same file I need to upload here. I'm going to click on upload private key. Go to downloads. Under downloads, I can see that Windows key 23 November PEM key. That what I created during my deployment. I'm going to select here. Once it is selected, I'm going to click on decrypt password. As soon as I click on decrypt password, the password is generated. See here, I'm going to copy this password. This is the password. So let's proceed. I'm going to mention the IP address. I got all the details. Mention the IP address. Click on connect, and it is prompting my username and password. Important point here. This particular connection option may not work in your office environment. If anyone using this option from your office environment, you need to connect your mobile hotspot to connect this environment. Okay. Office environments by default will be blocked. Okay. So please make sure if you are doing practice in your office network, please disconnect and connect on your mobile hotspot and you can establish communication. Okay. Next, I'm going to mention as a name as administrator, and then I'm going to mention my password. What are the password I received from the portal? That's it. I'm able to connect my system. How simple, without knowing anything about how to deploy a Windows system and without doing any configuration, I'm able to connect. So simple, right? This is a way we are going to deploy service, and I'm using this server access over the internet. Using a service over the internet is nothing but a cloud. Okay, this is a basic definition of cloud. Okay, we are going to understand in during this entire sessions a little theory and 90 to 80% practical only. I'm going to deploy the services. I'm going to configure the services. You need to, by playing the video, don't do during the parallel operation. During the session is going on, don't try to do parallel operation. Please pay attention here. And once the record session is available, you can pause and play and you can deploy. After 3 times, you should be able to deploy the same service without looking at the notes, without looking at the recorded session. Did I refer any notes? Did I refer any recorded session to deploy this service? No. That kind of practice you need to do. So what is the charge for me? There is no charge. It is a just 0, free. I can do practice. I don't know anything about this Windows administration. I can do R&D. Something goes wrong, no issue. Just come back to this portal wherever you deployed the service. Come back to this portal. That service is not connecting. Okay, my practice is done. Not even completed 1 hour. Just I'm going to go here, terminate the session. I'm going to go in here and terminate the session. As the session is today, it is completed. What I'm going to do, I successfully connected. My practice is done. How to deploy, how to connect. We done. Now I need to clean up. If I leave this service as is, what is going to happen? Tomorrow I'm going to start my session. Tomorrow I'm going to session start. How much time I'm spending here? 24 hours. That 24 hours, I'm not using this, but it is going to consume 24 hours of my free time. Out of 750 hours, without any use, it is consuming 24 hours. So you need to deploy, you need to understand the concept. Once you understand, go and terminate instance. Once you terminate, the billing and that hours charge is going to stop. That's it. My server is not working, nothing is working. Again, you can start deploying them one more time. Do configuration, whatever you would like to practice, do it and then terminate it. Okay. Any questions here, please?
One question. I have one question.
Yes,
If you're
please.
giving me that entire login details, then I can do use that and I can do RDP, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what is this username before administrator? What is that one? That is a domain name, yeah?
This is a IP address, a system name to enter
Yeah.
RTP communication. The system name or IP address you need to enter.
Yeah.
Then only you can connect with the help of IP.
Hold on. Administrator. Before administrator, there is a EC2 AMS, something like that, right? After username. Can you please see that RDP tool? RDP.
Okay. To go to that RTP tool, I need to deploy the system again.
No. Hold on for a second. Please don't click on that RDP icon one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, there is admin before administrator. There is a something, right? EC2 AMS.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
okay.
talking about this.
This is the system
Right.
name of the system name. By default, it is going to come during once you connected. The system name is coming from here. From the system, it is coming. Okay, once you connected. You no need to mention this name. You just mention IP address and you just mention administrator and provide the password. What are the password you generated? Okay. This is a what are the system you connected? That system name, this one. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? So who are going to continue the sessions, please go and complete the registration. Without registration, it is no use to attend these sessions. That is a mandatory thing. Second thing, before closing for today's session, whoever not completing the payment, please, if you are happy to continue the session, please go on, click on payment link about this by going to the logiclabstech.com. That is a website. Once you go to the logiclabstech.com, you will find upcoming batches wherein you can find this particular batch information 372 and you will find payment link also. Make sure once you complete the payment, there is no option of no batch shifting and no refund. Please make sure you are happy to continue this session. Please make sure you cross-check what batch you are going to make the payment. Once you complete the payment, there is no option to batch shifting and no amount refund. So that's the reason. Please cross-verify and whatever the payment to make the payment successful, whatever the debit card, credit card you are going to use, that international transaction must be enabled to complete the successful payment. Any questions? If any questions related to payment queries or any questions related to registration process or MFA enablement, if you finding any difficulties, after session, record session, I'm going to stop recording session and I'll be available for some time to answer your queries related to payment, related to registration process. If you are already done, you can log off. Whoever having issues or need to discuss anything, please stay online. I'm going to stop the recording. Before stopping the record session, any questions related to today's topics?
No.
Okay. Thanks for all your participation. Have a great day.
Yeah, Srinivas, I have one question that is last for my side. Tomorrow's session will be a free, right?
Yeah,
Good.
tomorrow session also free. This
Yeah.
is a demo session. Tomorrow session also free to attend. Tomorrow we
Okay.
are going to deploy the EC2 Windows and Linux instance, the differences between EC2 and Linux instances, and understand how to different tools we are going to use to connect and understand more concepts to deploy the services. Yeah.
Okay. And one more question. What about the interview assistance you guys are going to provide?
Interview assistance, nothing like that. No proxy, nothing. You need to, whatever the understanding you may do, finding difficulty, I am in a position to make you understand. That
Okay.
assistance can be provided, but there is no interview assistance or any kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.